Hello everyone, this is Mr. Slimer here, and we're going to continue reading The Crimson Grin. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. Previously, in chapter 4 of The Crimson Grin, right before everyone began to scream and run, I noticed the last details on the wall. There was something written in blood. It said, "Don't expect about tomorrow." Smiley face, because no tomorrow. A wide smile appeared across my face as chaos broke down around me. Everyone was screaming, running. Some even slipped on the blood that was covered by the floor. A muffled laughter escaped my lips as people nearby nearly tumbled each other to get out of the door. People shoved by me, nearly knocking me over several times. But I just kept my eyes away from the gore scene before me. What a shy man. Being able... Sly man being able to something that everything is so perfect. He managed to escape. Teachers are yelling, trying to keep everyone calm. But it was quite obvious that they were trying hard to themselves. The horror, disgust, fear look on their face made me heartwarm. I began along the different halls, staring towards the back exit. I'm sure it would take a lot of less time. A couple stray kids ran by me, their tears streaming their faces, causing me to giggle. Oh, the glorious chaos surrounding me. And it was all because of the bloody painter. I pushed open the doors and stared at my distance along the sidewalk. Police sirens screaming as they were possibly getting closer, along with the sirens of ambulance. They should have called the coroner instead. Then again, I'm sure several kids were trembled in the middle of the chaos. A new van sped by me. I shook my head. Really? I feel sorry for the poor saps that they interview. Well, I would feel sorrow if I gave a damn. The clouds darted the sky as the sun being blocked by any of them. A harsh wind blew, instead setting my hair sprawling onto my face. I sprinted and started looking down my street, and I approached my house. The streets were stench of the metallic blood that still lingered. As I inhaled a gulp of air, still, I was wondering what I was going to do with the jar of blood. Honestly, I was considering using it a few days ago. I definitely wouldn't have, but I found myself possibly plunging deeper and deeper into the depths of insanity. I would be lying if I said I didn't like it. It was just as the bloody painter, a guy who was showing me a different way of life that could change it into a happiness lies at every corner, even though he's basically doing it for me. I entered my house. It was empty as always. I started up to my room after letting my bag drop onto the floor with a heavy thud. When I entered my room with a harsh expression of excitement and terror filled over me, there, sitting on my chair in front of my canvas, sat the bloody painter himself. It appears that it's been there waiting for me. The jar of blood lids open at his side, a paintbrush numbly between his fingers as he's painting on the blank canvas. My mouth dropped open in shock. My heart nearly pounded out of my chest. His head slowly turned to face me. In the small distance between us, I could see that his eyes were gorgeous as the blue sky. Then again, they were cold and brutal, along with charming. Hello? I whispered, offering a smile. He nodded his head, and his posture tensed. I suppose he felt nearly as awkward as I did at the moment. You're the Bloody Pinger. I started, not even coming out of it as a question. As I saw his eyes narrow, then return back to normal, he nodded, cocking his head to slightly. I guess he was wondering if I was going to take off running and screaming. I silently sat on my bed with a smile light on my face. I'm Jovi, I introduced myself, tucking a lock of my red hair behind my ear. I know, he scoffed, returning his attention to the canvas. My eyes widened in shock by hearing his voice for the first time. It was an average voice for a male, deep, smooth, slightly rusty. I blinked a few times, watching him continue to work. I want to thank you for all that you've done, I whispered, my cheeks flustered a bit. It was too awkward for my liking. He paused, his blue eyes gaze glancing at me, confusing, luring in them. You're welcome, he finally responded, sounding unsure. My eyebrows furrowed as I wondered what was going through his head. I was just wondering why, I questioned. He abruptly stood up, now towering over me. His cold blue eyes were staring yet sinister and yet mysterious depth into them. You were going to be one of my victims, he stated, matter of fact. His punch remarks stung me for a bit, but I didn't take too much to heart. I've been watching you, as you were probably aware, but I saw you. You were a lot like me. He sighed, sitting back in the chair. He ran a hand through his roughly black hair. It instantly fell back into position over his mask. Undiacal, I should say. Minister, amused, alone, an interest in art, an interest in darkness, he chuckled. A dangerous vibe sound from him, so I decided to wait to see what happened. You shocked me more and more each day, he continued. So that's why you kept me alive? Because I'm like you? I scoffed, finding it hard to believe. I kept you alive because I saw me in you, he growled. You're so close to cracking, Jovi. You must know that. I nearly sensed the menacing grin that just laid on his face. I would be lying if I said I haven't felt like that, I sighed, as it continued out as a whisper. My thoughts have gotten purriest by darkness, I replied honestly. He nodded his head, dripping the paintbrush into the clear glass water. I was watching the crimson liquid and mixtured in the water, swirling around until it consumed the glass. So, did you still plan on killing me? I asked, pausing my lips, hoping that anything he wouldn't say yes, that probably would destroy me. He was silent for a moment, dripping the paintbrush back into the blood, and drew the smile line on the canvas. His blue eyes seemed deeper in thought. No, I doubt I will, unless you do something rash. He cleared his throat, and I knew that he meant calling the cops and telling people. What I really would like, and why am I here, to see if you will become sort of an assistant to me. He began pausing and staring over me. You mean killing people too? I asked unamusingly. Sure, I had thought of killing people a million times, but I never thought I would actually be doing it, so... Maybe, but not right off the bat, he chuckled. More like an assistant, assisting me while I do so. You can choose some victims. I know good and well that all your enemies are not diminished. I let out a sweep of thought in my mind, thinking of all the danger of all of it. If he was caught by the police, so would I. What if you get caught? I would be taken to jail for helping you, I replied. I have never been caught, and I don't plan on it. He has his sharpening eyes narrowed at once more. We shouldn't start with the basics. We should start with the basics, like jarring the blood, placing them in the refrigerator so it doesn't dry. Simple, like little tacks like that. Once, which do not put on you in any harm's way, and then you can begin assisting me on killing, placing the ropes around their ankles, slitting them, such as that. It will make them a lot quicker than you becoming a killing on your own. He continued, whipping the paintbrush on the edge of the glass. My eyes widened as I took all this in. My heart was throbbing offbeat. Why would this killer choose me to be his assistant of some sort? Hell, it sounds more like a partner. Don't killers prefer being alone? That's what I thought, but the bloody painter said that he saw potential in me. He saw him in me. I guess he had some kind of life, but I did. So, did he feel sorrow for me? Or did he just want someone to help get his work done? Maybe just that he is feeling the slight pain of loneliness like I felt each day. This is why he wants me to accompany him. I paused my legs before looking up to meet his eyes. Yes, I will help you.